Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've drawn the blank, which is great, but 5 vowels, so I don't have a 7. Could I have an 8? I would through a D or an M. I would have Ed Marta. I'm not seeing any other bingos. So what if opponent changes? I would probably change as well, retaining A, E, T and blank. Very limited pickings from this rack as it stands. But will opponent play a D? An M! Fantastic! So, let me get this down. Ed Marta 468, and that doesn't take any hooks at either end. Now, pretty good pick for 7 random tiles. Good scoring tile in the J. So does that squash my bingo prospects? So I'm not seeing a 7. T, D, N, B. I'm not seeing a bingo with this rack. So I'm looking to offload the J and preserve as much as possible of what's left. So a couple of new floaters. G. No bingo. I. No. So I've got Jag. But that doesn't leave the best rack leave. However, it's 33 points. I've got Jade. Here, 44 points. I think this is better. The G isn't massively dangerous. And this rack leave goes well with the G. Yeah, and this isn't providing anything fabulous for opponent. And 44 points, that's pretty decent. I'm going with this. Oh, hold on. Yed, not good. What about Jane? Actually making valid words. A good rack leave. This one doesn't go quite as well with the G, but it is pretty decent. And goes well with T and A, so I am going with this. Ooh, G, U and W, what a horror show. I played the best bot this morning, and my opening rack contained G, U and W, so this brings back memories of that. What to do? And the G duplicates the G of Jimpy, so this isn't a rack which goes well with that G. I can play Ragweed through the A, keeping just the U. But I felt the rack was getting close to a bingo. Now, I do have Word on my rack, which plays under the A of Ed Marta. That's quite nice. So I lead opponent by about 50. Word is nice. It's good to get rid of W and U together. The reason this pair of tiles is so gruesome is that there are very few words which contain both of them. I could play Rugged. Now, opponent's gone in my word spot, but given me another one. Let me see what Rugged scores. 33 points, that's decent. I'm splitting up U and W. W goes well under DE, plus it goes on top of way. And I'm taking out column 1 from opponent. The alternative to this would be to play Wud and Way for 23 points. So this is 10 more points. And the rack leave after Wud would be G-E-E-R. I think Rugged is a better play. Well, I'm drifting further away from a bingo, and F and W is another non-synergetic combo. But I still retain a slender lead. Now, opponent's gone in the spot I had identified for my W, or one of them. So, Def is good as well as Jew. So I could play Wino here. I think the F a nicer tile to have than the W. Fino also playable. But I would have the where ending, W-E-A-R and A-R-E, were I to play Fino. But is there a way of playing the W and the F? Well, surely there is, because I could play Woff either side of Maneb. 30 points. And F and W are both non-bingo-y, so surely this is a good thing to do. Woff does take an S, but row J doesn't even contain a double word square. So is this the play? I could play wife in the same spot. But A, E, I are the three best vowels. If I can avoid vowels, I'm going to be close to a bingo. I'm going with this. I don't avoid vowels. And this isn't great. Wow, just 12 points for opponent. So I'm able to hang on to my lead. Can I sort this rack out? I think a play of Ilya would do that. Now, can I get value from W and F? Boy is good. Boar is good. No, not seeing anything great there. What about playing above Yunks? Can't see a way of playing off the eye. I could play REI here for 20 points, but that does take an S. I could play Jailer. Well, is that going to come back and bite? Only 15 points. Wow, tricky one. What would best bot do? Bay takes an E. Poa only takes an S. DE takes an I. Well, what about doing this? Lie for 16. Not setting up anything for opponent, and again being in the situation of if I draw consonants, I'll be close to a bingo. I'm going with this. And I do draw a couple of consonants, K and L. But I think the U scuppers the bingo prospects. And my lead's 60 points. Not seeing anywhere great for the K. D-E-K not good. Okay, so opponent bingos with a blank and an S and takes the lead. So, what can I do? I'd like to play off C and K. Is there definitely no bingo here? So there's an H, a C. That's it. So I've got luck here. Well, again, just retaining this set, which hasn't been good for me at all. Is there a way of leaving a slightly better rack leave? Unstitch is nice from opponent because there are no two-letter C words apart from CH, so I can't really play parallel to unstitch in an effective way. Orc is good, AUK, but that's setting up too many scoring spots. Unless I play it here. Ooh, it's XU, which is good. I could play Jork. Do I have anything across from the T? Well, I have Talk, but that doesn't play the U. I could play Turk, keeping AEIL. Only 24 points, 12 minutes on my clock. What a tricky one. And things started so well. Still 3 S's to come. Jork just provides such an easy spot. Any play which connects with the triple word square is going to score well. I'm not seeing anything across from the T which uses the U and the K, apart from Turk. Maybe I should play that. Or maybe I should go back to this option, luck. Yeah, I'm going with this. 20 points is okay. And just because I've had a bad experience with this rack lead before, doesn't mean that I should base future decisions on that. I'm going with luck. Okay, so I draw an S, which is good. Could there be a bingo here? I'm not seeing a 7. 27 for opponent. What about this R? No, through a T I would have eateries. Nothing with the J, nothing with the X. Okay, so now I could play Eek for 10 points. I could play E here for 14. But how big a hotspot is column 15? What can go after double E that's left? L and N. Not much, and I don't mind opponent playing there because this is a super bingo-y rack. Yeah, and all I want to do is play off 2 E's. So I'm never going to score very much with that. I'm going with this. Wow, I draw H and U. From a T, I would have the Sori. Unstitch doesn't take anything. Row L, not a great bingo lane because L doesn't take an E at the end. So the best lane is row A beginning with R and column 2 beginning with a vowel. Now, I'm looking to play off H and U. Highen is good. So I've got Huey and Huier, but they present easy scoring opportunities for opponent and take out the best lane. I've got G Hugh, 27 points. For opponents, H, not a useful floater for me. What about the C? Luck takes an S. Not seeing anything. EX takes an O. This is a really tricky situation to be in when you repeatedly play off just a couple of tiles for a low score. Double E for 14, LEI for 16. And you just don't get the bingo that you're looking for. So, what about Kahua 25, opening the board up? I trail by 30, but again, that provides just such an easy scoring spot. What about G Hue? Nice rack leave, goes well with the H. If opponent plays in row H, not a massive score. It just doesn't feel good. So, 9 minutes on my clock. Just a tricky position to be in. I'd really like to play off H and U without providing anything and without blocking anything. Just not seeing a way of doing that. No U's to come. What is the play? Well, what about doing this? Huey, creating a new lane, a good lane. Row L was a rubbish lane, trying to underhook the L of luck. Huey, I think, is much better. It opens up a decent lane for bingos ending ES, and this is a really nice rack lead which goes excellently with H. I'm going with this. Okay, not good. To an R, I would have arrages, but not with R in first place. Nothing with the J. Could there be a 7 here? And what about C? No. Oh, wow. Fantastic bingo by opponent. And Huey has blocked arrages, of course. Wow. So I now trail by 90 points. What are the other floaters? D in second place or in first place? So I want to sort out the duplicate A and the G. So I could do this, Goa for 12, keeping a good 5-letter set. Let me just pause. Am I sure there is no bingo here? Fairly high probability if there is. I don't think arrages has an anagram. The score from Goa is really lame. So I could do this for 31. I think the score justifies it, even though I'm wrecking the rack. There are still lanes open, and this is a good rack leave. I'm going with this. So I have a nice rack. I have 2Ds. That plays in row M. But am I coming from too far behind? Do I have anything with the H? Don't think so. Great, I was just waiting for 2Ds to be blocked, and it wasn't. 34 for opponent, nice score. IO dates is the anagram. Is there anything beginning with R? Asteroid. Okay, I don't think that has any anagrams. Iodates and toadies don't hook avoider. Yeah, I don't think there's any way of getting Well, if it's one square to the right, it doesn't get doubled, so this has got to be the play. Toadies for 78. Wow, nice pick. Both remaining S's, but only 5 tiles left, and I trail by 15 with opponent on turn. But this isn't far from a bingo. Not seeing a 7. Not seeing anything beginning with R. Wow, P, that looks a pretty useful floater. 3 tiles left. Does opponent have the Q? I don't think they had the Q when they played help, otherwise they could have played just QI. They can't be trying to outrun me, because a bingo would easily catch up. So 3 tiles in the bag, opponents played 2. Chances are the Q is in the bag, and that's not a good tile for me. 6 minutes on my clock. So, what do I have? Just looking at this P, it does look like it goes well with this rack, but I'm not seeing a bingo. Now, there's also the floaters in toadies. Not seeing anything. So what do I play off? I think I need to play off an A. Possibly A and S, and hope that opponent drew the Q, or the Q remains in the bag. 7 minutes on my clock. Or I could just play A here. How good is roasts? E and N are likely to be in the tiles I draw. Supposing I had this rack with an E, do I have anything with an R? I do, I have roasters. Do I have anything with a P? Yes, I do, portasses and seaports. So I'm gambling on drawing an E. Yeah, and this maximizes my chances of avoiding the Q. I'm going with this. And I draw the F. So nothing beginning with R. Does 4 past take an S? It might. And is 4 past spelt without an E at the end of 4? Not so sure. Oh well, 28 for opponent. Let's see if this stays on. I'm expecting it to come off. Yeah, not good. So, I need a bingo to win. The bag's empty. Opponent's played the Q. Anything beginning with R? Nope. Any other lanes? Well, there's the P. So I've got the post prefix and the pro prefix. Not seeing anything. To TUR, I would have astroturfs. What about D? Nope. What about A? Nope. What about ON? No. Okay, my race is run. So opponent's got these 6 tiles. Neither of us has an I to go under the Q. Double E doesn't take anything I've got. So I'm certainly looking to play off the F. Where can I do that? Fawn is good. But it would be nice to play off more tiles. Four minutes on my clock. Wow, really struggling to see anywhere to play anything. I wonder when I played my last E. Always a useful bingo-y tile. Nowhere for F apart from ref. So I've got far here for 24. If opponent doesn't go out, I've got sports in the bottom row. And I've got assort in column 15. Maybe I should have played that first. But in any event, I'm going out. And opponent may be drawn to the top right. And they're not. So I have sports. Do I have anything better? Far hasn't set up anything good. Was there anywhere for... Ah, well, this is 9. And this is 17, so this is a lot better. 17. Let's try something else. 17. I'm going with this. And the final score, 396 for me, 436 for opponent, a winning margin of 40 points. So well done to opponent. Let's see what I missed. Wow, that started so well, but ended in tears. So opponents go first, they play Maneb, and I have Edie Marta, which I was delighted to spot. Opponent plays Gimpy. Jean, C9, where's that? Oh, wow, because JA is good. Yep, that would have been the play, 65 points. Jager also playable. What do? I played Jane for 40. Yeah, well, Jean is the standout play. Opponent plays Yunks. This is a horror show. I played Rugged for 33. Could have got 3 more points, but I think WE better than GU, or not much between them, so I'm happy with my play. No vowels for opponent. They play Burr. Forex, because Burr takes another R for 36. Ruggeder for 33, but retaining F and W. So I play Woff for 30. Yep, score-wise, that's in the pack. And the rack leave is better, so I like my play. Opponent plays that. Now I begin a whole series of wretched racks, which aren't bingo-y. What do? I play Live for 16. Yeah, that's not far off these scores. And Ruggeder contains a really awful rack leave. Fantastic spot by opponent of a very low probability bingo. Unstitched for 70. Also Extincts available. My rack. Ruggeder remains available, but rack leave not great. Oh, wow, this is a move I spent a while on. Yeah, and it's because of all these rack leaves. And I think that the U is the tile I like to try and get rid of. And Lucky would have just stuck an E in the middle of column 15, so I don't think luck is terrible. Opponent plays 1. Now Ruggeder doesn't look too... Well, it's still keeping 4 vowels, so that isn't great. What do? I played double E for 14. J 13. Aki, that might have been the play. Yeah, I think Aki would have been better. It takes an S, so it's opening up the bottom of the board. and it scores 5 more points. Opponent plays titch. And not nice rack leaves. Yeah, I really struggled here, and I took a score sacrifice in order to open up the bottom of the board and leave a better rack leave than any of the ones on offer. But look at this, fantastic rack for opponent. Avoider and Avodeer. And opponent now goes into a 90-point lead. No comeback bingo for me. I play Gare for 31. Opponent with Q and Z plays the Z first. And now I do bingo for 78 points. And I trail by 15. Opponent, wow, interesting. This was the rack. Opponent plays help rather than chin. Well, maybe they were scared if they played chin, I would have a 7-letter play at the bottom. There are no I's left, so they're not scared about the Q. Maybe they were concerned about vowel shortage. Or they just liked the score from help and saw that they were retaining the tiles for chin, so they weren't going to get stuck with the Q. Now, no bingo here, and just 2 tiles in the bag. So I like my play. Opponent now plays the Q, and the bag is empty, so it's do or die. Do I have a bingo? No, I don't. So all of these plays are losing plays, and I suspect a play in column 15. Ah, well, Aftosas is H5, pluralizing chin. That's really nice, 33 points. And Assault also available, retaining FA, is the play I think I would have done. But in any event, I play FA. Opponent plays Annealed, and I go out with Strops for 17. So, what a game. Scrabble at its cruelest. Get off to a wonderful start, spotting a low probability Edie Martyr, and score well off the J, and you feel that the game is flowing, but then just sticky weather in the middle with those vowel-heavy racks, which were tantalisingly close to a bingo, but only materialised with 1 in toadies, too late to secure the win, and I was really looking for another bingo at the death, and it eluded me. So that's just the way it goes sometimes with Scrabble. Many congratulations to opponent on their victory. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.